Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on?
Not much. Gearing up for the brawl, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. I got a busy week next week. I've got the medium frequency show with Raven and Chris on Monday.
Yep.
And then I've got to finish packing everything up, making sure I have all my stuff accounted for because I'm checking a bag and I'm bringing some equipment with me this time, so I'm not caught with my pants down. Hey Blaine. So no,
Lee,
look,
bring a flashlight.
yeah. So the reason I say that is last time I forgot to bring a flashlight, my own stupidity, and trying to walk around Broadhead Manor via a laser grid does not work very well.
No.
And also, I didn't know that I was co-leading on an investigation with Shelly from Everything Vaguely Paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I had no equipment, so I'm trying to run around borrowing equipment from people, and I'm like, dude, I feel like the fucking homeless guy down the street asking for dinner.
And you could have borrowed mine and you didn't think about it either. I had
Uh,
flashlights and everything. So, yeah.
I didn't.
And
I
if you
didn't,
don't
but
mind, I'm going to pop this up real quick if I can get
I
it to
do
work.
mind.
You do mind. Well, I'm going to take, there we go. This is what we're talking about. If you don't
Yes.
know, I'll go ahead and let Nate tell you about it real quick.
So the Broadhead Beard Brawl is going to be June 5th and June 6th at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. It is a charity event, and we will be doing a meet and greet and investigation on Friday night. I think the doors open at 5 p.m. It might be 6 p.m. Don't quote me on the 5 p.m. And then Saturday, the doors open at 11. We're going to be doing a beard raffle, like a contest for the beard.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing raffles. One of my books will be in the raffle, as well as some other things that we're throwing into a basket.
Right.
It's gonna be a great time, and that event is followed up by an investigation as well.
Yes.
I'm not sure on the ticket prices, so I'm not going to sit here and quote them on
They're
my
not
show. But
high. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you they are more than reasonable, but I will
oh,
be
beyond reasonable.
I will be making sure that I give more because it is a charity. I am also trying to bring some things, but being that I had surgery, I'm kind of one-handed. So I'm trying to get people to give me just a little bit of this or something to put with my stuff.
Look, one-handed perfectly matches the one brain cell, so
That,
it's okay.
hey, and you have my other half of that one, so we're okay. We're fine.
Right, and I
And we'll
mean,
be in the same location. So
yeah, and I do know. You know what? If someone pays for it, I'll shave it off and fucking give it to them.
yes, he will.
I have no problem with that because after the event, this is gone anyways. I'm going back to my old look because this right here, I hate the fact that when I eat it curls over into my mouth and I really can't stand it. But I'm growing it out specifically for the event because if I'm going to be a part of the beard brawl, I need to fit the look.
Hey, I'm making mine.
Yeah, she is, and it's going to be horrible.
And it's supposed to be because it's all for fun and all for charity.
It is, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, if someone bids on my beard and tells me, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'll give you $30 to shave off your beard and give it to me in a Ziploc bag," you know what? As fucking weird as I would find that, I would do it. I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of feel like if you're asking me to shave off my hair and give it to you in a bag, that's some Santeria shit that I really don't want to deal with. But I mean, it is what it is. But
That's okay. If it
yeah, it's
earns
good.
$1 for the charity, we're all for it.
Yep, and I do know. I would have to look at where at in Wisconsin. So it's at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Yep, Broadhead, Wisconsin.
And I do know that there's a certain age limit where certain kids, I think it's might be 16 and under, are free, but don't quote me on that. For Saturday.
I
Uh,
I can't remember either, but if you go to their website, I
yes,
will
go
try
to the
to
website.
go to the website,
If we
look it
if
up.
we can find if
I
we could
will look
find it at some point, Gwen, by the end of the show, because we're gonna push
that.
this again at the end of the show, and then we'll post it up there, and everyone can
Ab-
go and get their information there.
Absolutely. I thought I had it on here, but I'll have to look because we do have more than one show on the network, so it does
Yeah,
get lost a little bit.
it does, and it's going to be awesome because we have Mike Gagliano. He's going to be emceeing the event,
He was
and
on
if
this morning
I was
on
just about to
Christina's
say,
show.
I
Hmm.
was just about to say, if you missed the Paramystic podcast this morning, he was the guest on Paramystic podcast. And if you don't know who Mike is, he is from Para with a Normal on Paraflix.
Yep. And he is an
I
awesome guest.
I enjoy the show. I just think the dude snacks too much.
He has good snacks, though. He has good snacks. So what can you say?
You know what? If you want to pay me to shave it, as long as we can find some trimmers, I'll do that crap right there on stage in the freaking gym. I don't care.
I don't know how far from St. Paul, but I actually will look it up for you once we get really started. Because I have to check everything out to make sure
Yeah.
everything's flowing
So
well.
without further ado, because I don't want to leave him to the back in the background for too long. We have an amazing guest tonight. I have been a guest on his podcast, The Paranormal Question of the Day, and I think that was some point last year. Amazing person, the founder of the Midwest Ghost Seekers. Please welcome on Darin Buss.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
people?
Darin, how you doing tonight, brother?
Doing good, doing good. Just getting back in the swing of things again of the Paranormal Podcast. So it's always fun to be on somebody else's show instead of me being,
It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's a different dynamic being the one being asked the questions as compared to being the one asking the questions. Is it not?
on the hot
it
seat.
is. Yeah.
I mean, but I enjoy it. Like I enjoy both ways. Like that could have sounded really dirty.
I was gonna say, like,
I
you
was
better
gonna
watch
say
what you're
nothing.
saying out there, buddy.
But I enjoy being a guest. I enjoy asking the questions as well. So it's a fun dynamic.
I do too.
So Darin, for those out there that are listening that may not be familiar with your work, could you tell us a little bit about your work and what you do as far as Midwest Ghost Seekers and how you got involved in the paranormal?
Yeah, so the paranormal stuff, the podcasting and the Midwest Ghost Seekers came later, but I had a paranormal event at the age of 7. Basically, as you know, when you're young, you're messing around with Ouija boards and not knowing what they do. And we messed with one, and I was down in the basement and out of a friend's house way up north. And so my parents were upstairs, and my brothers decided not to join the fun that day. And so I was downstairs playing pool with a basement within a basement, basically. And they have a TV against the wall, and of course it's plugged in, old timey thick ass remote, like that thick.
We're
And
laughing with you.
it was one of those Zenith TVs.
Yeah, one of those old school.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you could throw that thing and knock someone out, or more so.
That's what
And so I was like, in the back there's a gun rack and a big coat rack. So I'm playing pool by myself like a 7-year-old would in Hollywood, and the TV came on by itself, and I'm like, okay. I went to the wall, unplugged it because I wasn't sure what was going on. Remotes can get funky or whatever, but
True.
I unplugged it from the wall and kept on playing. But the weirdest thing is I always felt like that coat rack that was 20 feet behind me was moving closer to me. And I looked back, and it's, obviously it didn't move, but it felt like, when something's staring at you, or,
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden the TV came back on again. Even though I pulled the plug from the wall, it came back on. I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, now I'm not liking this. So I'm starting to hurry up and rush to play in the pool or whatever. And then I was on one of the back corners, and I went back with the stick, and I hit something. And I'm like, what the heck is that? I turn around, here that coat rack is standing right next to me. And I'm like, that's it, done.
Yeah, so in your bio you described the experience that you had at 7 as a double paranormal experience.
Yep, that would be the double paranormal event.
So
having two things happen at once.
which is exactly what I was about to ask you. Just to clarify for those out there who don't know what a double paranormal event is, it's basically when two things happen not simultaneously but in order that you cannot explain.
Right. Ever since then, I never went down there by myself, obviously. But with that, it tricked my mind, a little bit. Got Ghostbusters. I like Ghostbusters, the movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I was always afraid of E.T., so you can make fun of me of that one.
I am curious about that, and we're going to hit on that later.
And there's a good story too with that one. But yeah, I was always afraid of ET, and I never liked going to cemeteries and none of that stuff. Going up until this day, I still have a hard time when somebody passes away, and you go to a viewing.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a hard time with that because you stand up to the next person, you think you're going to sit straight up and look straight at you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yep, okay, go on. I'm real fast when it comes to reviewing.
Yeah, I get that 100%. When I went down for my grandfather's funeral, I think it was 2 years ago now. Everyone was gathered around the casket. I got up there and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take a selfie with Papa if anyone cares." And they're like, "Why would you do that? That's fucking weird." I said, "Why is it weird? Because back in the 1930s, death photos were a common thing."
Yeah.
I'm like, "So I'm gonna take my last selfie with Papa while he's in the casket. Y'all can find it weird. It's on you."
No, that's more common than people can think because that's how it was. That's why you watch what we call The Others, and you got that book of
Such a
all
great movie
of the dead people in these books. They're all posing, but they're all dead.
They are.
It's a very common thing back in the day. Nowadays, yeah, you're gonna think you're fucking nuts, but
I love those pictures.
I'm used to that.
But yeah, and then I met my now wife, and she had an apartment, and it was weird because she lived upstairs of an old house, and her landlord was really weird. But yet it was one of those things. We came home from the bars, right? We're not toasted, but we had friends over. So we're in a second level of this house, and next thing you know, I'm sitting in the living room, and a yellow orb, that big, yellow orb, went, no, that was another place. Blue, I'm sorry, it was a blue orb. It was a blue orb about that big. It started at the baseboard, went up the wall, crossed the ceiling, came back down the other side, and get to the other baseboard and totally disappear.
Interesting.
And I'm like, what? And I'm like, how much do we have to drink tonight?
That's a fair question. Fair question.
But the thing is like it's something, but if you're drunk, it's something you would never remember, right?
Right.
But this I remember, and this is like way back in 2000. So, but yeah, that was a weird thing. And then she once stood up and screamed about, I don't know, like if you watch, what was it, the Amityville Horror, where the lady said something, screamed. She did that once. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Didn't know what was going on with the apartment itself, but she would never want to sleep in her bedroom. And in those old houses, you have the fake marble flooring.
Yep.
So she had a wooden bed, which it takes two of us to move.
Mm-hmm.
She would not sleep in it because she was afraid of something that was in the closet. She thought something was in the closet. And that's those you have to go on your knees and crawl into side closets. So then her bed would move. Like it was in the middle, and next thing you know in the morning, it's off to the side, all cockeyed and stuff. I'm like, did you get up and move the bed without me knowing? Because I'm a hard sleeper sometimes. And she's like, no, I can't move that by myself. I was all right, well, let's move it back. Very next night, okay, let's see what happens. Next morning, here it's shoved out again. I'm like, her bed would, it would move.
That's interesting.
And we never hear it. So then we've come to find out that some lady hung herself in her apartment. And that's where things kind of got weird from there. So we ended up, she moving out of there and me moving out of mine. We bought a house. So, and then when we bought a house, obviously someone didn't know that somebody died upstairs. It used to be an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
So that was kind of weird, but she saw who the guy was. I never knew who the guy was. She was afraid of the basement. She didn't want to be in the basement. The basement was weird. But from there on, it was weird. I always felt that when I was out in the backyard, something was staring at me from the upstairs window, staring on at me. So that kind of jolted me a little bit. But then when we went to sell, we had our for sale sign out, went up north, came back home, 10 o'clock, and next thing you know, we hear this big crash. Like, what the hell is that? We get outside, and here our for sale sign was on the ground, smashed into a million pieces, looked like it was covered in blood.
Oh.
That's insane.
So it's like, okay, fine. I think this is a sign that we need to get out of here and leave. because we had a frat house across the street. We lived down by by the college, and the Four Corner Bars is what they called it. So we ended up selling the house in 2 weeks. So, and now we're at our current location right now ever since. Nothing paranormal happens here, so that's all good.
That's a plus.
But that's kind of how I got into the paranormal. It's like we would watch paranormal shows like Ghost Hunters and stuff like that. God forbid I say Ghost Adventures, but anyway.
Look, I'm all for the name dropping of GA, specifically because if you want comic relief in a paranormal show, that's where you go.
Yep.
It is. I'm sorry, but I can't stand that show. I can't stand the person. There's the other two are fine. It's just him. I can't.
I like Billy. I like Aaron.
Aaron should actually have his own show. I think he'd do really well.
I think he should, absolutely. Then he wouldn't get stuck in places by himself that he just gets sent there because Zach's a douche. But anyways,
we all agree on that. Yep.
Oh, I mean, I'll say it, and I hope he sees this and calls me out on it. Fuck him. But I think that all of us kind of, we enjoy paranormal content as far as shows go to an extent. Ghost Adventures back in the day, back when you had Nick Groff, Aaron, Zach, it was a great show.
Yes.
Nick was kind of like the grounding. I love Nick Groff to death. I think he's an amazing guy. And then when Nick left, the show just kind of went a little bit loopy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like the Paranormal Lockdown he did. I thought that was great, and then he got rid of that.
Paranormal Lockdown was great. Deathwalker was great.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed back in the day before, I know he had battle with addiction and stuff, but I loved Paranormal State.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Buell.
Yeah. I love Ryan. I've met Ryan in person. He's an amazing guy. He went through a bad time. It happens.
Yeah, it does.
But,
I feel doing better now, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he is. He is. And I feel like a lot of us out there that are in the paranormal, we do, whether or not we admit we watch these shows, when they pop up, we watch these shows.
Mm-hmm.
We're curious.
I watch Paranormal Caught on Camera all the time, but it's not because I believe they caught things on camera. It's because I'm looking for shit that I can take to my TikTok and break down and be like, hey, guys, you're missing something here.
Mm-hmm.
And I constantly tag Travel Channel and Paranormal Caught on Camera in my stuff. I'm actually kind of shocked I've never got a cease and desist letter.
Just wait. Now you'll get one.
I'm sure it's coming at some point. So, what was the experience with the blue orb that you saw, and then everything else you guys had going on as far as the sign with the blood on it and all? Is that what got you into I guess you could say the inclination to found the Midwestern Ghost Seekers?
That one didn't get started till March of 2020. And that's after the fact I got to know, I was kind of at a crossroads back in 2017, basically because I bowled for 8 years or 18 years. I was a bowler. And then I had transitioned to something else because that got too expensive. I'm a home theater hobbyist. That got expensive. So I had to transition to something else. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And it's just kind of, like I said, I was at a crossroads. Like, what do I do now?
Right.
So then I turned to Facebook, and next thing you know, I saw Raven Rose Paranormal on Facebook, Roland and Cynthia Gerodius, and immediately I was hooked because I could sit there and talk to them and had all these conversations and have these thoughts and questions. I was always called the question guy because I would have millions of questions to ask. And we got to be really good friends. And, next thing you know, I'm in a podcast with Roland. And never thought I was going to be in a podcast before. Never thought that was in my forte. I used to drink during the podcast so I can stay, calm.
I mean, I don't do that.
Yeah. We're both drinking. I mean, I got a little Bush Light here. But,
look, neither one of us do that, right?
Yeah. So, but that's, but once I got into the, Raven Rose and stuff like that, and watching the shows, I looked at my wife and said, "Hey, you know, I could do this. We could do this if you want. Let's go to a next event that's open. You know." So we went to one. Great, loved it. Loved the initiation of how things were going. Got a rock thrown at me. I've got other
That's always
things
fun.
thrown at me in the basement. Well, yeah, it was different, but it was cool. I thought it was really cool because we went with her friends. But once she heard her name come over on like an EVP or not EVP, the Spirit Radio stuff.
Oh yeah. The like SB7 or SB11.
Yeah,
Spirit
yeah,
Box.
when SB7 and all that stuff. Yeah, her voice, her name came across, and she got freaked out.
Oh,
I mean, that's normally how it goes. When you hear your name come across, and you're like, well, yeah, I'm not kosher with this.
I, how on the other hand, got used to it because my name gets called out all the time. So, but it's like, okay, let's start walking around the cemetery. Let's try to get the feel of how some of the stuff, the equipment works, the spirit boxes, and the K2 meters, all the small stuff before it all really got blown up and got really expensive.
Right, and
Um,
it did. It got expensive quick.
It
Yeah.
did, but everybody else does it. But it was starting to taper off a lot between 21 to 24. It was tapering off a little bit
It was.
because it just with COVID and all that stuff, it kind of hurt the locations a lot. But it also with COVID, it really opened your eyes a lot more to the paranormal because it got you to sit there and study a little bit of it more. And
True.
but it's so far it's the locations got really expensive now. Certain areas, certain states of the United States, it's relatively okay, the pricing. But I found more out east, and I'm not just picking out east, but it's mainly out east is where it's really expensive.
It is.
And
that's
then you
yeah.
get the south, which is kind of mediocre. The Midwest. Now the Midwest is okay. It's like we go to a place called Edinburgh Manor. We go for 2 nights, and I only have to pay
Never
for.
been.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have a group of people, but for two nights, it's like $600.
You can't beat that.
No, and you can sleep at the location, investigate
good.
24/7. Which I'm going in at the end of July again. But
And you didn't invite me. For shame.
well, you'd have to take a long flight. But
That's
yeah,
fair, that's
I go
fair.
to Iowa a lot and stuff. I do love Iowa. Iowa has a lot of great locations.
Have you been to Villisca?
I was 45 minutes away from it. Never been to it
See,
though. But I won't go now. Just because of the people who own it. I will not
yes.
go.
They're the same people that own the Lizzie Borden house, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I will not go there because they kicked out my friend Johnny Hauser.
Oh, yeah. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that was a very bad situation. So I will not go there until they change hands again. But
That's fair.
and now McIntyre Villa just got bought out. So I don't know who has that now. Stephanie
didn't know
O'Reilly
that.
does not. Huh?
I didn't know that. I went there last year. I did not
Yeah,
know.
Stephanie O'Reilly. Yeah, Stephanie sold it. She was in it for 8 years, and I think there was a lot of drama that was going on that she had to get out. From what I take of it, I don't know what the circumstances were, so I'm not legible to talk about anything.
Right.
Fair. So she'll talk about it at some point or what all happened and what came out once she ended up selling it. But that's her deal, and she's a great person, and that
Yes.
I wish the things the best for her and what she does next. So
Yeah, I've not yet had the chance to go to either one of those places, Edinburgh or I can never fucking pronounce it right.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet either.
I do know that while I'm in Wisconsin on the 5th and 6th and 7th, I want to be able to make it out to Bray Road.
Oh, okay. So I've done that.
So I've got to ask you, what is your opinion on the Beast of Bray Road? Do you think there's really a werewolf stalking the road, or do you think it's a misidentification of a creature that is naturally there?
Misidentified, I think.
Are there any
That's my
creatures
thoughts, but I'm
are
not
there any
out there to know.
Are there any creatures in that area, to your knowledge, that would fit the description or the size?
Well, I heard that we got Dogman here.
Oh yeah, look, I am a member of several Dogman forums, and my God, I want to leave them, but it won't let me.
Yeah.
Those people
But
are hardcore.
yeah. But I've heard that we have werewolves way up north, closer to like by Minnesota and the upper UP.
Interesting.
So that's what I've heard. I kind of want to go up there and find that out myself, but I don't, I don't have a silver bullet. So,
You don't need a silver bullet. Just wear a chastity belt. You'll be fine.
yeah, right.
Well, I will tell you guys this. I was up on one of the reservations, I'm going to say, and I saw something. Still don't exactly know what it is, but it was definitely not, it was not like us three. Let's just say it was different. So
Yeah.
I would love to go and be able to check that out better.
I know Mothman was making its way up. Right now, I heard it was like in Illinois and making its
He's
way
a mothy.
north.
He's a mothy guy.
That's the last time I
Mothman.
heard. But no, I don't know. I love all the cryptids stuff because you learn sorts of different things and break away from a little bit of the paranormal stuff. It's a good breakaway. But I mean, they say we have Bigfoot, which I'm not a Bigfoot fan, but it's Bigfoot in the lower Kettle Moraine area is what they say. So we did go in there and during COVID, my family and I walked around in the lower parts of the Kettle Moraine, which was kind of cool. Not looking for Bigfoot, but I do have the microphone to listen for it, but I'm not something I'm heavy into because I'm one of those people who's like, I don't believe until I see it type of things.
Fair.
So, but I also will tell you though, with Bigfoot, there's always a combination with Bigfoot and aliens because being at the same spot, same location. Because they always
heard this theory, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, because it's I think I saw a video footage where it looked like there's a square in the sky. It was all crooked, cockeyed, or whatever it was. But then they said Bigfoot was there, but just as fast as they go, Bigfoot's gone, just like that too. And you got people out there looking for Bigfoot poop and all that stuff, and I'm like, why do you want to look at that? But
what?
then
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, and the podcast I did on Paranormal Buzz Radio, I've listened to people on there, and this guy said from out in Seattle in the area, Washington, he had an elbow to hand of a Bigfoot in a freezer. I'm like, well, how did you get that? I mean, what would you do if you catch Bigfoot? Would you cage it up like you would King Kong, or find something for diseases and stuff that could cure? Basically, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. But that's my thought on that.
No, I agree with that. And like for me, here's the thing. You can go out and collect Bigfoot dung all you want. I don't care. But my question is, like, you watch all of these, like, Finding Bigfoot, and you watch all these Bigfoot hunting shows, right? Why do they use mating calls? Like, what the hell are you going to do if Bigfoot comes out of the woods with a razor?
How fast can you run?
Like, legitimately,
and not shit yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, Bigfoot's coming out. He's like, look, it's the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah.
And
but there's Bigfoot everywhere, they say,
that.
though. It's everywhere. They got a family from old to little babies of Bigfoot, from what I hear.
Yeah, and my uncle actually has a Bigfoot on his property, which is about hour and a half away from me. Mm-hmm. He's brought me plaster like casts of the feet prints he's found. And he is like one of those hardcore Christian, goes to church every Wednesday, twice every Sunday. I see no reason he would lie about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it gives us something to live for, right? If that's what he's really hard into, it gives us something to live for. But if he's big in the church, like you're saying, that's something else that he can live for, you know. But
Yeah, and he invited me to go out and bring a group of people to camp out on his property to do a Bigfoot expedition.
make
That
some
would be
great
interesting.
content.
I mean, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use any mating calls, but I'm down for it.
Mm-mm.
No, I want to clean underwear.
So being in Wisconsin, Darin, have you been to Broadhead Manor?
Yes, I have. I've been to Broadhead many times.
So what do you think of it? Like, what were your experiences there? How did you feel walking through the place is amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, just going there, it's a lot to cover. You got 60,000 square feet of real estate there you got to go through. And that the first time I was there, I actually got scratched in the back of my ear. So,
Interesting.
yep, we were in the basement. We were in the maintenance room when it happened. I was like, all of a sudden, my back of my ear got really warm. I'm like, what the heck is going on? It's like I got a burning feeling, and it's right back of my ear. I got scratched. So,
Morgan, you're okay. We're not talking about history. So
and
Morgan's my girlfriend. She's a
Yep.
medium, and she's coming with me to Broadhead. She likes to go in cold. She doesn't like to know anything.
oh yeah, yep, that's fine. Shh.
Well,
But I mean,
if she drops out, you can say whatever. I'll call you back, Morgan, when he's done. If you want to do that.
but I mean, he's got the way how he made it all out with the making it a haunted place for haunted tours and stuff like that was amazing. He's got an embalming table which I've laid on twice on there,
No.
and not knowing that there's actually a cemetery that has 250 people in that cemetery that all have laid on that embalming table.
Yes.
So that's another cool fact about that location. Does that bring a little spirits in? No, not at all. But
I'm sure it did.
I'm sure there's something on there with that. But yeah, I mean, the place changes every time you go, and that's another thing that I like about it. It's not always the same. Like some places can be the same. It all depends on, I guess, mood. But it's also the effects on your mood as well. It's not just the place;
Fair.
it's your mood as well. So, but it changes all the time. I've gotten actually scratched twice there. Once on the wrist because I was actually up above the maintenance room, and we were actually playing music, and I put some heavy metal music, and he didn't like heavy metal music. So, but it's a great location. Many different spirits. We've had weird things happen, knocks, different, shadow people and all that stuff. The third floor is especially different.
The third floor is. Oof.
Yeah, it's different.
I love the third floor. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, then you get the was it the math room? I believe it has the hands on the handprints on the
on the
banner
upstairs.
Mhm.
Yeah, yep. Which is a unique story itself. But yeah, it changes. It changes a lot, and it does change your perspective on the paranormal because it kind of in a sense fools you.
It does. So can I ask you, because you had the scratch on the ear when you were downstairs in the maintenance room, right?
Mhm.
At the brawl, I plan on doing for charity a live stream where I am going to be blindfolded and shackled to a chair in the boiler room.
Okay.
Do you think that's a smart idea?
You'll be fine as long as you don't go in that one room that's got against the wall that you can go down a little deeper. You don't want to be in that one.
So noted. That's where I'm going.
Because you're going to be in that little room down below.
No, that just based off of what you said, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, you'll be right there, but you won't be through that door going down the steps down on the lower level by the boulder, will you?
Now that you said that, yes, I will. I want to pick the most active spot.
Okay, so that is active spot, yeah, and that one is there. What we did, what threw me for a loop on that spot was that I put cigars, small little pipe cigars there on the steps. Okay, and we leave offerings. That was the night before. Now I woke up, go down there, check to see if it's still there. They're gone.
No shit.
They were gone.
Did you leave the favorite kind or did you leave another kind?
No, I think I left the favorite kind, but it's just, and the thing is that when I open up the door, I'm like looking around where it is and say, hello, I'm just checking in, see where all the things is, that stuff that I set here, and I notice that they're gone. Next thing I hear, shoo, bang, against the wall. I'm like, okay, shut the door, and I took off. It's like he did not want to be bothered one bit.
Completely.
And you can ask Bill about that one. But it's like, yeah, it's a different location. I mean, you get different fields where you are. And I like it a lot because, like I said, it changes. We actually, in the band room, now if you're familiar with the band room, which I have all the different stuff. Okay. That one was, I would say, the most unique situation I had because I was testing experiments. I like to experiment a lot with equipment, do different things, more so what other people don't do. Like I'll grab some cheap thing from Walmart and say, hey, see if you can play with it, you know? Or I get the lighted balloons and see if you can move the lighted balloons around. And but I had, what's it, 1, 2, 4 what is it I'm trying to think of? 4 grid lights.
Okay.
It's been a while, but I had it all spread out in a half circle of the grid lights. And so we're sitting there talking and whatnot, and all of a sudden, that one dies, that one dies, that one dies, then that one dies. All 4 of them die. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll start talking about whatever and, you know, go on about our investigation. As we're asking questions, one of them will flicker once or twice. They'll flicker back on.
Oh, that's crazy because I had a very similar experience here at the New Hampshire College where I brought grid lights, and I've never had them die on me before.
Yeah.
But they died, and when we were asking questions, they would randomly fucking light up.
Yeah. It's like the flashlight game, but with grid lights.
That is insane. I've not heard of anyone else having that experience before.
Yeah, it was a very cool experience what I had. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You can't make this shit up. You know?
Yeah.
And so that's just one of those things that we experienced there, which was really cool. And then the other thing is where I had a FLIR at that kind of, you know, those temperature gauge things. Well, that all switched out differently. And we caught something. It was weird. It was a black anomaly. And it got all whited out.
So
I'm on a FLIR.
If you're on a FLIR, which is a thermal camera, if it's a black anomaly, it's extremely cold. And then it comes up and it whites out, that means it's extremely hot.
Yeah.
So to go through that extreme dynamic, I don't know if that's possible to see a false anomaly of that nature on a FLIR.
It was weird. It was a weird situation we had. And that was up on the 3rd floor. And that was on one of the ends where the library is on one end, and then we were on the other end. So that's when that all happened. So that was interesting. But yeah, we always call all sorts of stuff. I'll bring and I like to do, like I said, experiments. I'll put the tracer out, and then I'll put a grid light out, and then I'll get a fog machine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love using a fog machine.
I'll use it all that at once because I want to detect to see where footsteps are coming. If I can catch a full body apparition coming through the smoke.
Yeah, I do enjoy using a fog machine. It is a great underutilized tool. I think if more people realize the activity you could capture with one of those, they would probably utilize them more often.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to use powder to get footsteps, but a lot of places won't allow you to do that.
Yeah, because it's a pain in the ass to clean up.
And I even offer to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, I love using the baby powder trick. You fucking throw baby powder on the floor, see if you get the footprints. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just bought a UV light, so we'll put that to the test. Obviously, we'll put them on the beds.
Check your hotel rooms with that UV light before you check the location.
Yeah, right. But I'm always looking for something different. I mean, it's like the most thing that you don't think about, like, I look at toys. I'll go to the toy section, like, how can I use this in my effect here?
And Bill's right. I experienced that firsthand when I was at Broadhead.
Mr. Bill, how you doing, sir?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, mentioned Bill will be on the 1st of June, and we'll talk about his event.
Yes, please, Bill.
Yes, that'll be cool.
But I mean, like I said, Broadhead is one of the places that when you come to Wisconsin, you need to go.
Yes.
Yes, there other locations? Yes. But are you going to get the same greeting that you get with Bill? No.
No.
Bill is one of those people that you can, correlate with things and experience things that he's experienced and see if you can match the same experiences that he has had. And that's what makes it all the better being there, enjoying the location, because you can sit there and shoot your shit with him, and he knows exactly what you're talking about.
And if you want to see something amazing, ask Bill to do a dowsing rod session.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because
I can't do that. My hands can't stay steady.
I mean, my hands can, but anytime I touch dowsing rods, they go in the opposite direction, come back and slap me in the face. The spirits are like, "Fuck you."
That's called karma.
Look, I probably got
day?
a lot of bad karma, but anytime I hold dowsing rods, this is what happens. They swing around, they hit me in the face. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. But Bill can do some amazing thing with dowsing rods. Like if you've not seen that and you show up to the beer brawl, make sure to track down Bill. I'll corner him myself and say, hey, why don't we do a little dowsing rod thing for charity?
See, my problem is I got trigger finger. So if I hold one, I let go, it'll go, phew, they're going to go flying.
My issue is I'm just stupid.
You are not stupid.
No. But they don't work right. Actually, I got a set of dowsing rods that actually do work for me.
They hone in on your energy. That's why they work for you.
Yep.
Other people's dowsing rods may not work for you because your energy is not.
Well,
there.
they're all my dowsing rods. I own 3 sets, and every single one of them swing back and smack me in the face. Besides the last set that I got.
Oh, are they different? Like
they are
different personalities.
There are different types. There are different types, and in the cap of the bottom of the handle, they have 6 black tourmaline stones.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I do like that.
So
but I will say this. Bill has done a lot of construction this year, and wouldn't it be interesting to see the difference? Because mine changes.
Yeah, the library area is open now.
I can't wait to see the library.
Bill, we are so excited. You have no idea.
Yeah, I try to keep up as much as I can with Broadhead and Bill and stuff. But when I spoke to him about coming on the show and stuff, I explained how things were going lately. So I've been kind of pretty quiet. So
that's fair. And I hate the fact that you're going to miss the brawl, but I will say happy anniversary for that weekend.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Go enjoy your weekend. So can I ask you, Darin, when you go out and you investigate, with your team, do you consider yourself more of a tech savvy person or an old school investigator, or do you consider yourself like a decent mixture of both?
Both. I like to try new and used equipment and different ideas and physics behind it, and see if we could make this do that, this do this. I have one of those plasma balls.
Yep.
I bring those once in a while.
The ones that have the lightning bolts that come out?
Yep.
I love those things.
I like to see if I could get spirit to touch it and move it around. I don't know if you can tell some of the stuff I have on my rack here, there's some stuff that I do use on there. Okay. I use trigger objects where I will, like my buddy Travis, he made a cigar box REM pod for me, because I'm like, okay, some places you go, they have cigars, heavy smoking cigars.
Correct. So
that would be a trigger object. Or I'll use different things that, so to speak. Like the new one I was thinking about is like the most recent deaths that have gone on, people are coffee lovers, right? So what I do is
I have my own coffee brand, so
Yes, he
see,
does.
and what I was thinking about doing is actually getting a coffee mug made into a REM pod, and so I can able to put grounds in there to see if I can attract spirit.
I
that
could
way.
put you in contact with a person that could do that.
Interesting.
They
So
recently made a beer mug for SVC, Explorers of
Oh.
the Unknown.
yep,
So they did kind of like a beer style mug. It was a pint mug
Yep.
that they made into a REM pod.
yep.
So I could put you in contact with them if that's a route you're wanting to look at.
It's something I'm thinking about. I do have a cigarette pack REM pod.
Oh, I'd love to have one of those. I've heard they work great.
I got a buddy of mine I can set you up with that one. That's
Please.
Travis Wazaki. So, so yeah, I look for trigger objects. I look for different things wherever situation. Love you, Bill. Glad to see you in chat. I'll think of so many different things. Like, okay, we have a place called Jericho. Okay, it's
Love
a Lutheran.
Jericho.
You've been to Jericho? Okay.
Yes.
So she knows what I'm talking about.
I do
And
not.
so I'll bring an actual cross with me, and I'll bring rosary beads with me to see if I could get something to react to it.
Have you done it in the what do they call that room? It's in the basement. The kids used to do their plays. I forget what.
The church?
Yeah, but it's they call it anyway. The kids used to do the plays there, and I
Yep,
guess
the
a
back.
social hall type thing.
Yep.
But that is one of my
Gwen,
favorite places.
have
Yeah,
we
I
let-
got freaked out actually in that
Have we
place
let
one night.
Morgan know it's okay to come back yet?
Oh no, because we were still talking. I'm sorry. That's my bad, Morgan.
No, it's
That's
mine
my
too.
bad.
It's mine
But
too.
yeah, the church was freaky because me and Wayne from Small Town Paranormal, that's another group that I hang out with. They're down in Milwaukee in that area. And so Wayne's like, hey, let's go out to Jericho by ourselves. I said, okay, that's fine. He went to stayed in the school in the house, and I went and sat in the church for a while. I tell you, that was just nuts because the wind was going crazy, banging against those shutter doors of the church. And then I got my temperature gun out, which is not the fleeter. I actually have a different thermal gun I use. It's more industrial. You pan around the whole church, and it was red in so many different ways. And it's like, oh,
Interesting.
what did I catch here? Because you were shining right up by the altar. It's
Uh-huh.
all red up there.
Did you
That's
spend the
interesting.
night in the word
School.
has left me, and not the nunnery, but the convent? Did you spend the night there?
We actually did not. We left.
I did.
But the convent is very interesting because we've had a lot of interesting things happen in there.
Mhm.
Disembodied voices a lot in there. We've had things move.
Mhm.
The church, like I said, I had an experience when I was in there by myself because we were doing a challenge of like how long can we stay in each place by ourselves. And so when I was in the convent or in a church for, I believe it lasted 20 minutes because things were weird. I mean, if it was so funky, like I was like in the middle of the church, okay? But then I'm like, hey, can you make some footsteps, whatever? All of a sudden I heard this thing run right behind me. Like, and I turned around like, no way. That just did not happen. But yeah, it was that kind of freaked me out because it's like the vibe you get in here was so far off, like it's time to leave. You know, he got freaked out at the convent because he said things got weird in there. And we had, walkie-talkies to try and contact each other. So the school, so far, we have not gotten much in the school.
Did you go in the night, or did you go like during school hours? Let's say.
Night. We were at the night part. So,
Okay. If you
but,
go back,
like I said,
will go like when they would be changing classes and stuff. That is when I got the most
okay.
for me.
I did
personally.
not like the mannequin section though, where all the mannequins were. No, thank
funny,
you.
That was freaky.
Funny story that I'll tell you guys in the post show because I'm not going to put this public, but I got kicked out of Dillard's once because of a mannequin.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
I will tell you guys that in the post show. So let me ask you, Darin, like, what is your opinion on smart devices and paranormal applications?
I do use my phone for certain applications. It all depends though. Can you still hear me?
Mhm.
Okay, it just got really quiet real fast.
No, I can hear you.
So I do use a certain section of my phone for paranormal apps. I don't know if you could see that, but these are all my apps I use.
Fair.
So
I might have to get up with you to see what apps you use. If I haven't tested them yet, I'd like to test them out.
yeah, Necrophonics. I use the other Necrophonic app. I use what's the other one I use? I gotta find it.
That's fair.
Too many apps in here. There's like an Ovilus. Then there's another one that's like Ghost Tube. Spirit Talker is the one I use the most.
That is on my list for season 2.
Yeah, Spirit Talker is worth it because I think you get a lot more out of it.
I think you would enjoy the Ghost Science M3 by Michael Weber.
I think I have that Ghost Science one.
I've not tested it yet. He sent me a free copy because he watched my review on my YouTube and he was like, "Dude, you were spot on." Yes, I have not tested it yet.
I haven't either.
But so, what is your opinion? I feel like if you're anything like me, you might agree on this. That if you're a paranormal investigator and you're serious about the paranormal, right?
Yeah.
You're going to use applications as a side tool, not your main tool. They are basically data collection tools so you can corroborate experiences.
Yes, see if you could join the two together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have so many people that give me gripe. Oh, you use paranormal applications? No, I use other equipment as well.
See, they don't understand it. They don't want to make that effort and that leap to expand the scientific part of things because I'll use the app. I'll use a hex box, so what I just got as a hex box, which is a spirit box, which I like. And then I'll have an analog tape deck with a tape set in it and hit record.
Yeah, and there really is so many useful apps out there. Like one of my favorites is an app called the Mag Cam. Mm-hmm. So MAG Cam. It detects the electromagnetic fluctuations around your phone.
Yep.
It's a stationary device. So you set your phone up on a tripod, and when said device detects a certain amount of EMF for a certain amount of time, it automatically snaps pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that's good. It's kind of like right back to what movie I'm trying to think of. The very first I'm drawing a blank right now. I hate that.
Yeah, we all do it, brother.
CRS. Yeah. Well, I can ask you about an app while you're thinking, if you don't mind.
I am the king of CRS.
He is. A friend of mine suggested an app several months ago when we were investigating together, just a little bitty. And I actually like it. It is odd. It will tell me roads and things that are very close to where I am. It told me a house number. And let's just say it had history when we looked it up.
Yeah, they all have word bags.
I like it though. I don't know why. And I'm not a real app person. I will try them. And, Necrophonic is something because the things I hear with my own ears, I hear in the same voices as on Necrophonic. But that's me. That's my personal thing. But this one's called Shadow Band. Have you ever heard of it?
I have.
I have not. Ghost Chatter. Ghost Chatter is what I've been using.
Ghost Chatter. Yes.
Okay. Heard of that one.
I'm going to be testing that out in season 2, so do not tell me anything yet.
It's a very good app. You can go live with it.
Yeah, it's put out by Connor Biddle.
Biddle? No. Paranormal Encounters is the one that made it, I think.
Yes.
Is that the Biddle? Okay. I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know who it is.
Is that the one he talked about on the show that time?
Yes.
Is that the same one? Okay.
Yes, Paranormal Encounters, Connor Biddle. He's the lead investigator of Paranormal
I'm thinking of a
Encounters,
different
yes.
Biddle guy.
You're thinking of Kenny Biddle.
Yeah.
The renowned skeptic who I've also had on my show.
I can't stand.
You know what?
But you got to have skeptics.
He's welcome to his opinion.
Yeah.
He was very respectful on my show, I will say that. But I have seen times where he's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I see we got about 3 minutes left. So, Darin, let me ask you, man, like, where can people find Midwest Ghost Seekers? Where can people find your podcast? Like, plug your shit, man.
Oh, yeah. So you can find the Paranormal Question Day on Facebook, which is Paranormal Brew, BB3 TV networks, and then also on YouTube, which is Midwest Ghost Seekers or MGS Paranormal 4258 on YouTube. I'm on there every other week with my guests and stuff like that. I'm on TikTok. I don't use it very often. I do promote my stuff on TikTok every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of my promotions on like YouTube Shorts or Facebook because that's where the most outreach is for me. But yeah, that's where you can find me there. Other than that, that's pretty much where you can find the show. Every once in a while, it may not be on a Thursday because I used to be on Mondays and I switched it up to Thursdays because I think it's a better feedback, I think, during the week versus beginning of the week.
Fair.
But yeah, I just switched it over to that instead of 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm 7 to 8 now, just like we are here. And other than that, I'm watching wrestling.
Nice. Do you guys have any events you're going to be attending in the next few months?
So within, I wish I could go to Broadhead, but like I said, I won't be able to do that. But I'll be heading July 31st to August 1st at Edinburgh Manor for 2 nights there. And then from there, we got a jail in Kewanee. It's a historical jail part. And so at some point, we'll be doing that, but we paid for it. We just haven't gone yet.
Fair.
I don't know why. And then I also won an investigation with my friend Travis Wazaki at Wazaki Paranormal. And either I'm going to Melver Manor or I have the chance to go to another location. But at this point, I'd probably be Melver Manor because it's closer to home because it's 7.5 hour drive. The other location,
trying to make me jealous is what you're trying to do.
That's what he's doing.
I don't ever win anything for investigations, and this is the first time I ever won something.
Oh, I don't either. I won a Valentine's Day giveaway, and I got like $400 in equipment.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Now the other thing too is, like I said, Two Souls Paranormal I'll have on tomorrow night. I do have one of their newer pieces of equipment. It's the ESPM. That's what it's called. It's a very cool device. You set it up on a tripod, and it tells you cold spots and all sorts of stuff, temperature changes. Nice. It's a really cool, neat device. And he's also came out with his own version of a laser grid, but like the tracer in that fashion, but it's not on the ground. It actually has to stand up 4 feet on a tripod, and the laser comes down this way and goes out 8 feet.
I like that because you're now adding the dynamic of distance compared to object.
Yes, it's a very cool device. So, and they're relatively respectable for price. They're not overblown like certain other places that sell gear that are way overblown in price.
I know a few of them.
But other than that, that's about it. That's what we got coming up. It's a light year this year because there's just too much stuff going on. I just had a kid graduate from college. I got a wedding to go to. And there's other thing that's going on too. So it's going to be a light year.
I've been intrigued in that.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Darin,
Yes.
I end my podcast off with a typical 3 questions. This is a normalcy on my show.
Mhm.
You could travel to one location to investigate the paranormal. Cost was not an option. Where are you going?
Amityville.
Amityville.
Okay.
Interesting. I've not heard that answer yet.
Mm-mm.
That's
So
one of my favorite locations because I still think there's shit going on there.
I still think the child photo with the glowing eyes was faked, and I'm bringing that up in my next book just to let you know. So we're going to Amityville. You can choose one person in the paranormal, or one person to bring with you. They do not have to be involved in the paranormal. They can also be alive or dead. Who are you bringing with you?
The Warrens.
The Warrens. I like the trend here.
Mhm.
Okay, so we got Amityville. You're going with the Warrens. You can bring one piece of equipment with you. What piece of equipment are you bringing with you, and why?
Now that's the hard one. The ESPM.
Okay.
Because it's an all-one device that is can't be fooled.
Okay, I've never heard of this piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I would be intrigued to learn more about it if you want to tell me about it.
Like I said, it's a device where it's got temperature changes. It shows when there's an anomaly close up to it. It has a range up to 10 feet, and then it goes as close as to 3 feet. You can set the ranges on it. And then, like I said, cold spots, hot spots, all that stuff. And I haven't been able to use it in a location yet. But that's where I would use it. Probably Edinburgh would be the first time I'll use it.
So what you're telling me basically is
It can't
I
be
need to
fooled.
ignore my child support for a week and just buy this piece of equipment.
But you can't use it in jail, Nathaniel, so let's not do that.
Look, I already
It's-
know that I have to get $5,000 behind to be able to have a subpoena for me to go to jail. So
Oh boy.
I got a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
I'm messing with y'all. I wouldn't do that.
It's pretty. It's not as expensive as you think it is. I mean, it's about $150 for the unit.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I have the REM pod as well. They're wooden REM pod. I've used that too. There, which is $60 for a REM pod.
Oh, that's dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, you'll have to go
Yeah,
to Two Souls
we need to
Paranormal.
talk-
That stuff.
We need to talk more about that because if it's affordable equipment, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But Darin, I will tell you, brother, I thank you so much for coming on the show for the hour. I know
Glad
we
to
ran a
be
little
on.
bit over. If you wouldn't mind hanging out in the background for about 5 minutes or so, me and Gwen are going to close up the show. We got one more ad to run, and I have a follow-up question for you, and then I will let you get on with your night.
All right, sounds good.
All right, gonna put you in the back.
All right, thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I felt like that was an amazing show.
I like him. He's very. We chatted before the show, before you got on there, and interesting guy. Interesting guy.
Oh, just make me feel bad because I joined late. I'm sorry I had to
You
reset
were
my
not
router
late.
and
He
reset
was-
my phone.
No, he was just early like me, so that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, well, not all of us are early birds. Like, I'm sorry. I like to push things to the brink. I'm like, you might get me 1 minute before the show if you're lucky sometimes.
Sometimes 30 seconds.
It actually has happened before. For the people out there watching, that has happened before.
Yes.
But
All
no,
right,
like
guys.
that was a great show.
Oh yeah.
I had so many more questions for him that I didn't get a chance to get to, but it is what it is.
Hey.
So thank everyone for tuning in. I thank you all.
One more time, let's say me and Nate both will be, and Morgan, who I know is watching, will be
I'm
at
getting
Broadhead
there,
Manor
woman.
next week.
I'm getting there.
There you
So-
go. I don't worry.
I'm a herder, y'all. I'm a herder.
He's gonna
But-
hurt me.
So next week, June 5th and 6th, we will be at Broadhead Manor for the Broadhead Beard Brawl.
Yes.
Tickets are not expensive.
Not at all.
Friday night, I think doors open, like I said, 5 or 6, and you get a meet and greet, and you can sign up for a paranormal investigation. Like I said, I don't know how much the tickets are, so do not quote me. And then Saturday, I think doors open at 11 a.m. And we're going to have vendors. There's a beard competition. It's going to be an epic event. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
And if you guys missed out this morning, please go and check out the Paramystic podcast with Christina Bloom, as she had on Mike Gagliano, who is from Para with a Normal, who is going to be the MC at Broadhead Beard Brawl. So that's going to be a great show. And following this, Jeremy Carter on Twisted Tales has one of my great friends, one of my most favorite people in the world, Russ Stiver from Compass of Curiosities. That is going to be such an amazing show. You are not going to want to miss out on that. But barring that, guys, I thank you all for tuning into the show tonight. This was my episode of Wicked Wednesday, third show, and we have a new edition coming soon. So keep your eyes and ears out. We're not announcing it yet, but trust me, you won't be disappointed. We got a new edition coming to Wicked Wednesdays, but until next week, I will see you guys, same spooky time, same spooky network on Wicked Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.